What happens when money disappears? Does love stay, or does it walk away? They say wealth builds a home, but only loyalty keeps it alive. This is the story of Daniel and Emily, a couple who faced the ultimate test of their marriage and discovered the true cost of a relationship. It was a chilly evening in Chicago. The city lights sparkled like fallen stars scattered across the skyline, but inside a modest apartment on the west side, the glow of the lamps carried no warmth. Daniel sat hunched over the dining table, his fingers buried in his hair, staring at the final notice from the bank. His dream, his business that once promised fortune and pride, was collapsing before his eyes. Just 6 months ago, he had been a rising entrepreneur. Now, debts drowned him, investors had walked away, and he was left with nothing but anxiety and shame. Emily, his wife, walked quietly into the room, holding 2 cups of tea. She placed one before him and sat across. "Drink this," she said softly. Daniel didn't move. His voice was heavy, broken. "Emily, I've failed you." Her eyes softened. "Don't say that." "No, it's true," Daniel insisted, slamming his hand against the table. "I promised you comfort, security, a beautiful home. Instead, we're weeks away from losing this apartment. You deserve better than this failure." Emily reached across the table and gently held his hand. Her touch was warm, steady. "Daniel, do you think I married you for money?" He looked up at her, tears stinging his eyes. "Isn't that what every woman dreams of? Security? Stability? I can't even guarantee tomorrow's groceries. Why would you stay?" Emily gave a faint smile, though her eyes glistened. "I didn't marry your wallet, Daniel. I married your heart. The man who made me laugh when life felt heavy. The man who held me when my father passed away. Do you think empty pockets will change that?" Daniel's lips trembled, but no words came. For the first time, he saw in her eyes a truth far deeper than wealth, love that could not be bought. The following months were brutal. They sold their car to pay overdue bills. Emily worked extra shifts at the library while Daniel applied for jobs far below his qualifications. Some nights, they had only soup and bread for dinner. Daniel's pride burned. He hated watching Emily work so hard. At night, when she was asleep, he often lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if she secretly regretted marrying him. One evening, after another rejection email, Daniel broke down. He found Emily folding laundry. "Emily," he said suddenly, his voice hollow, "if you want to leave me, I'll understand. You don't have to carry this burden." Emily froze. Slowly, she set the shirt down. Her eyes flared. "Leave you? Daniel, how dare you even think that?" He lowered his head. "I can't give you the life you deserve." Emily walked up to him, cupped his face in her hands, and whispered, "The life I deserve is with you. Whether we eat from golden plates or share a single loaf of bread, as long as we're together, I have everything." Tears blurred Daniel's vision. That night, he cried openly in her arms, for the first time releasing the weight he carried. Emily made countless small sacrifices, though she never spoke of them. She skipped lunches at work to save money. She sold her favorite necklace and heirloom from her grandmother just to cover electricity bills. She walked instead of taking the bus, to stretch every dollar. One rainy afternoon, Daniel came home early. He stopped at the doorway, watching Emily count coins from a jar. His heart sank. "Emily," his voice cracked. She looked up, startled, then smiled as if nothing was wrong. "Oh, you're home early. Why didn't you tell me?" he whispered. She sighed. "Because I didn't want you to feel worse. We're a team, Daniel. When one falls, the other lifts." In that moment, Daniel understood what no fortune could ever teach. Love wasn't measured in diamonds or vacations. It was in sacrifices, in loyalty, in holding hands when the world tried to tear you apart. Life remained hard, but slowly, cracks of light appeared. Daniel secured a small accounting job. The pay was modest, but it kept them afloat. Emily encouraged him endlessly. "Don't give up on your dream," she would whisper. "This is temporary. You'll rise again. I believe in you." Her faith became his fuel. At night, Daniel studied, refined his ideas, and planned anew. 2 years later, his perseverance bore fruit. He launched a new startup, smaller, wiser, and more sustainable. Investors saw potential, and soon, his company began to thrive. Their debts cleared. Their lives turned brighter. On their 5th wedding anniversary, Daniel surprised Emily with a candlelight dinner at an upscale restaurant. As the waiter poured wine, Daniel reached across the table and held her hand. "Do you know why we're here tonight?" he asked. Emily smiled. "Because it's our anniversary?" He shook his head. "Because I need to confess something. For the longest time, I feared you'd leave me. I thought money was the cost of our relationship, that without it, I was nothing. But you proved me wrong every day. You showed me the true cost of love, faithfulness, sacrifice, and trust." Emily's eyes glistened. "Daniel, love isn't about keeping count of what we give or lose. It's about walking through fire together and coming out stronger." Daniel smiled, his grip firm. "Then promise me, no matter what storms come, we'll always walk through them side by side." She whispered back, "Always." As they left the restaurant, Daniel looked at his wife. The woman who had stood by him when he had nothing, who had believed in him when he didn't believe in himself. That night, lying beside her, Daniel whispered a silent prayer of gratitude. And he finally understood. Money can test a bond, but only loyalty defines it. Daniel and Emily's story reminds us of a timeless truth: wealth may come and go, but love built on loyalty, sacrifice, and trust will always remain. Money can test a bond, but only faithfulness defines it. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Lumora Wordly Tales, where every tale brings you closer to life's deepest lessons. Until next time, cherish your bonds, because true love is priceless.